Yo, what's up? So we just finished recording in front of this sign. We drove about 1,000,000 hours. We drove all day long to get to this sign. Vocab, why we come to this sign?
This is actually a famous meme. So they'll take this meme and they'll say something like, the truth is often hidden in plain sight, or something like that. Or they knew back then that we were the ancient Israelites, right there. And so they say this is evidence that folks back in 1810 knew they were Israelites. We're here to show this is important historically, but it doesn't tell anybody they're Israelites.
And this is like the hard situation where we find the same thing in like Islam. It's like, let's go find a new argument. And they'll use it for a while until someone refutes it, and then they have to jump onto the next thing, and they're going with road signs. It reminds me of like Muslims, like, you know, and they see the word Arabia in the Bible, and you see, it's a prophecy of Muhammad. It doesn't say anything about a prophecy about Muhammad. It doesn't say anything about a prophecy. But it says Arabia. Like, it says Israelites. You see, right? And it's just interesting stuff, man. You refute it, and so anyway, we play this long game where we keep playing catch up because they keep coming out with new dumb arguments.
Now, if I was a Hebrew Israelite, I guess I would jump at this too, because if you already assume you're an Israelite and you see that, you're not going to do any deeper research about why. You're going to assume that means that means that. Let's make it a meme, and then people pass it around.
And now we got to head to Richmond.
We're here live on location in Henrico, Virginia, outside of Richmond, at a Hebrew Israelite church ran by a guy named Pastor Kelly Richardson. I'm not trying to be mean to the guy, but he is a heretic, a false teacher, and makes dubious claims about history, and that's what we're here to debunk. So we're in front of his church. We're not going in, not causing any problem. We're just on site, on location, to debunk some of the claims he makes to try to prove that he's an Israelite and that lead to bad theology, which excludes other people and makes them secondary citizens in the kingdom. So shout out to David for getting me out here, being willing to do stuff like this. Thank you.
And were you or were you not saying for the last 3 days, no, we don't need to go all the way out there, we don't need to do this, we don't need to?
Well, yeah, because, you know, you guys, you know, you do big stuff. John McCrae's holding the camera, by the way, and I didn't want to impose. So let me just tell you guys, listen, David not only is busy doing his own stuff, taking care of his family, but I can't tell you, he didn't want me to say this, but how much he helps other creators, specifically me. You know, I'm not some, you know, whatever, but he really helps because he knows it's a niche ministry, but he knows it's important. So stuff like this does matter, because sometimes people use this guy's arguments as reasons why they leave Christianity and turn into Hebrew Israelism. So that's why it matters. It's not just a game, although it is kind of funny we're here in front of this church.
Yeah, and there's actually a reason, and this goes way back. My best performing video of all time, the video I made that did the best, was a long time ago, and it was called, it was something about the Ground Zero Mosque. It's called Of Mosques and Men, Reflections on the Ground Zero Mosque. And that was back when, you know, after the two towers had come down, a Muslim developer said that he was taking a building that had been partly ruined by part of the plane destroying part of the building, and then he was able to buy that building cheap, and he announced that he's building like an 18-story mega mosque right there at Ground Zero. And so lots of people back then on YouTube were making videos about the Ground Zero Mosque. I lived in the Bronx, so I was just like, well, I'm going to do one. Instead of being in front of my bookshelf, let me just go down there and record it. And so went down there. My wife is the one with the camera there. I recorded like a 5-minute video. It got like 3.5 million views. And the idea that I wanted to share with you right now is that there are lots of things you can do to give your video some sort of advantage that makes it even a little bit more interesting. But that little bit of an advantage that you give something might be what gets it into the suggested video section beside other videos, right?
So what you're saying is this is going to hit 3.5 million, baby.
Yeah, so with this, unfortunately, this isn't a viral kind of topic, but what this is however this video would perform without being here, I can guarantee it's going to do better than it would have done, because and so that's something to think about when you're making your video. Any little thing you can do in terms of your title, your thumbnail, how you arrange your content, how you hold people's interest throughout the video, any advantage you can give your video, it's going to help. And the little advantages you give may add up to a big advantage, because it might take off.